Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we will be learning how to knit slippers using needles. We'll learn to knit the heel, slipper sole, and a toe cap together with a flower like this. A masterclass focusing on this flower can be found on my channel. Subscribe to my channel and don't miss out the most interesting models, patterns, and creations all on my channel. Let's get right into it. Follow the link in the description for a step-by-step guide on how to make your first $1,700 crocheting by tomorrow with the help of my own techniques. We will need knitting needles and thread. In my case, the needles are a 3 and the thread matches the size 2. Slipper is 37 size European. And in this case, we need to cast on the most simple 36 loops. Knit a simple elastic band 1 by 1. This is how it'll look in the slipper itself. And then we have to knit this distance, height of the heel. I already knitted. This is 6 centimeters. You should measure your height. And now we'll get into knitting the heel. We will need to divide our rectangle, which we've knitted, into 3 parts. In this case, by 12 loops each. Now, we knit the first 12 loops. The edge counts as well. 1, take off, 2. Simple front side. We've knitted 12 frontals of the edge, and now we need to crochet the middle part. The middle knits by 11 loops. "11 loops of the middle, 12th and first loop out of the 12 on the side part. We knit together with the frontal 2 loops together. The middle part will always have 12 loops. The side parts will have a decrease of loops. Turn to the other side. Again, we knit 11 loops. And we have 11 in the middle. The 12th middle loop and the first side of the purl row we knit together with a purl stitch. Turn it again. And continue like this until we knit out the heel and close out all loops on the side parts. Knit out 11 loops again. This edge one, you can already tell, this loop and this loop here, we will be knitting together. And here's the hill we get. We closed out 24 loops. Here 12, 12, and we have the middle 12 left. Now we need to continue knitting, and to do that, we need to re-establish these loops, 12 from this side and this side. I will show you how we do that. Using the same needle which we have the loops on, cast on edge loops. 1. 2, 3, and so on for 12 loops. So here we re-established 12 loops, heel. Now we simply change the direction of knitting and using facing loops, knit until the end, and we will re-establish from this side now. Knit it up to this side, and now starting on this side, we cast on 12 loops. I will be doing it with a hook because it's more convenient, so let's cast on 12. 1. 'Also behind, here 2 loops, 2. And continue like that further using a hook, we cast on 12 more loops. Brought back the 12 loops from this side, changed direction of knitting, and now we work as we were before by the model, plain knitting. Meanwhile, the sole will be knitted with cross stitch. Now, we knit basically 3 rows, and in the 4th front row, we begin knitting the sole. We begin knitting the sole. Knit 11 of these side loops frontal. "11 knitted loops, 12th side and 1st, meaning the 13th central gets crossed. First we knit the 13th behind the back wall of the front. Then this first knit frontal, and only then take the 2 off. They end up crossed. Then we continue. And again, first we cross stitch the furthest loop, so the 11th side knit with frontal. Then the 12th, and then those 2 go off. Next, we knit with frontals. The backside row follows the model, just the backside loops. In the frontal, we will do crossings. They are already visible. Here we continue, and central 12, you see, we knit them together. Knit this distance till the toe cap. You will measure based on the sole of your foot. This distance needs to be till the end of your pinky toe. In my case, it's 8 centimeters and my thread stretches nicely. The sole is knitted, and now we begin knitting the toe cap. First comes off, then knit 2 backside. Then cross stitches, starting with second, then into the first front, and then take them off, just like we've been doing these crossings. Repeat the same way until the end of the row. Here we are with the first row of our toe cap. Turn around, and from the back side knit according to model. This means front with frontals, and the back with backside loops. End up with 2 front and 2 back. Continue this way until the end of the row. Turn around and again knit the back loops with the backside rows crossed. Will be knitted as crossed. And knit the distance you need in order to close the big toe. I have it by front rows. 1, 2, 3, 3 rows, and then we will start to close out. So with the back side, we need to knit 6 rows. I have knitted my 3 rows, 2, 3 cross stitches. Now we will be closing in the toe cap. In order to close, we have to work 2 loops together. In place of front and back loops, simply work 2 loops together. Front row, close out by 2. For back side row, knit the back loop. And in this front row gets 2 again. Two loops frontal till the end of a row. The remaining 10 loops we will tighten with a hook. We need to cut off a thread of a needed length and then using a hook, pull the thread through all loops. pull it inside out. Tighten and secure it. If it's better for you, use a needle. And now we tie it all together with our elastic string up to the start of the string. With a hook or needle. Here's how we knitted, and this is our slipper. And now all we have to do is tie a flower right here. This and other creations, breakdown of models and patterns you can find in my catalog below the video in the description, as well as on my channel. Subscribe and hit the bell to not miss anything. Knit with joy. Bye, everyone.